started during the shoot-around. He looked pretty comfortable with this new team.
Well, he looks like he's in tip-top shape right now. I mean, if you look at him, it's as if he hasn't stopped playing basketball since the last time we saw him in the Philippines.
Hong Kong goes straight to Sam Deguara, kicks it out to John Shu at the corner. Singletary on him. Shu blocked by Singletary. And well, in White's first entanglement with Sam Deguara, he did enough.
Well, he didn't have to jump that time. He didn't have to jump that time because he was right in front of Sam Deguara.
That's what people will tell you. If you have a taller man, you have to box out in position well.
Well, let's see if they can continue doing that in this game.
Well, 1 rebound and 1 assist for Malcolm White in less than a minute of play.
That's right, and Moses Morgan off to a good start. Usually if he hits his first shot, that means he had a good shoot-around. He might perform well today.
Deguara got the space he needs. Charles really wasn't in the league yet, but he eventually was taken in, sort of to match up.
Establish that kind of presence so that he'll get some respect from Big Sam.
Here's Brickman. More of a scorer than the facilitator in their previous game. Let's see what role he'll assume here today. White barrels into Deguara, having a lot of trouble, but White flips it in.
Well, he thrives in the post. That's what we've known about Malcolm White. He's not afraid of taking it to somebody bigger than him. I mean, he did go up against guys like Leo McMorrow and PJ Ramos when we were covering him, so that's not a problem for him.
Bassett losing the basketball.
Don't want to go in that direction. You know, Malcolm White is one of the most physical players he's going to have to go up against in this league.
Brickman taking Chan Shu Wing to the paint. White will shoot over Deguara. Bassett showing some hops there, but Virovilecai creeping up from behind, taking that basketball away. Morgan past the sink.
That's a good indication of the scouting of Hong Kong Eastern. Do not let Mike Singletary get off to a good start, otherwise you're going to have a hard time coming back.
Chan Shu Wing didn't get it. Ball taken by Brickman. The pass to Paul. Watch it. You know, I don't think he'll have that much freedom throughout the rest of the game. And there's that first touch for Singletary, and Brickman showing some magic once again.
There's that first assist for Jason Brickman, the first of many in this game. I mean, these guys know each other very well, and they proved it in that offensive thrust.
Elliott to pass it. First shot in the ABL. It's a miss for OD. Mono. Singletary stopping, popping, 3 ball is good.
And he knows that there's somebody there to pick up the rebound. That's the big difference in this game against the last game against Saigon. When he was trying to jack up these shots, he wasn't sure if there was anybody going to pick up the rebound. But now that they have Malcolm White, it's okay.
Elliott. They go to Deguara. Sam stopped there by the double team. Brickman now rushing to their side. The kick out. Singletary left open. Short of the 3-pointer.
And this is where Malcolm White has the dibs on Sam Deguara. He can chase those long rebounds.
Mono up by 8, 10-2.
Ooh.
3 seconds remaining. Brickman gets it up against Sam Deguara. And we need you to play very well against that guy.
Well, you know, right now Douglas Marty's doing the right thing, pulling out Malcolm White at this point. He softened up Sam Deguara a bit. Now he got the youngster, Tiro Chatachon.
He just gives up a lot of size to Deguara.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of this kid, though. Tiro Chatachon has improved so much from the first time we saw him with the Thai national team a couple of years ago.
Bassett still struggling in his ABL debut. A couple of turnovers already for O'Darian. Brickman zigzagging, leaves it up to Morgan. Moses attacks, tries to use glass, no good. Open court, Bassett flipping it up. They were his movement, but it gave. 12-2 still the advantage with Mono Vampire. Singletary taking on Elliott with Hong Kong Eastern.
Well, I was asking Mike Singletary, did you guys have a players meeting, players only meeting before the new year started? He said, we don't really need that. We all understand where we are. We just need to start winning.
Elliott from outside, no good. Boy, Hong Kong Eastern really struggling from the field. They're 0 for 5 right now. Make that 0 for 6. Deguara finally able to buy a basket there.
Well, that was just all talent that time from Sam Deguara, able to finish that play.
They got to defend quickly, though. Chantachon. Hook shot no good.
Up against the orange shirts big man.
Look at Mono Vampire now extending their defense in the backcourt. Bassett with the basketball. Quickly explodes to the basket. But
Who they want to be playing like. That's going to help Bassett, though, making those 2 free throws to get his confidence going, get his stroke going.
There's Brickman, though, orchestrating once again for Mono. Interesting schemes here being put on by these 2 talented coaches. Malcolm White, the kick out to Ananti. Chichay to Pritchahan.
That's a +2 immediately coming in for Chichay Ananti, finding his national teammate, Tiro Chantachon, for the easy one.
Allow me to correct myself, it was Chantachon who got that layup. Great pass by Ananti, and now here's Hong Kong.
Off pan, and Tan Chi Han manning the interior for Hong Kong Eastern. Advantage, Mono Vampire.
The only guy who had size advantage for Hong Kong had to sit out. Let's see if there's something else that Hong Kong can exploit here, maybe a speed advantage. Elliott goes to the rack, gets the tough lay-in to fall.
It's actually time for him to take over right now if they want to overhaul this lead. That's only his first 2 points of the game.
Lead of Mono down to 8, 16-8. Malcolm White, the jumper over Wu.
Well, that's actually out of his range. Malcolm White is more automatic from within 12 feet of the rim. But, you know, he saw that his Wu took pad. He wants to see what this youngster could do.
Elliott trying to power his team back in the game, but misses on the 3-pointer. Mono running right now. Bit of some miscommunication there. They recover, though. Still a lot of time on the shot clock. Singletary goes to the rack, misses the layup. Chance for Hong Kong to inch closer. Bassett gets away with the in and out. Tries to use glass, no good.
Could have taken that strong right there instead of going to the floater. Oh, great save by Lee Kee.
Tan Chi Han to Elliott. Bassett from downtown. 3-ball, no good. White with the board.
Bassett's like 1 for 7,000 so far in this game.
Hong Kong as a team, they're 2 for 9. White trying his luck from downtown.
Well, he's going to have to get some help from his teammates. He understands that Chantachon is there legit big inside right now, so he's taking those outside shots a little too casually for my taste.
Singletary. Mike Singletary not even getting in rhythm right now, and still Mono Vampire up by 10.
Well, he does have 7 points in the game, Mike Singletary. But, you know, he needs to get into that rhythm with no Sam DeGuara in there to protect the rim.
Elliott looking for a foul. None whistled. Wu, the jumper is no good.
They're just really struggling on offense. There's no sense of rhythm at all. Marcus Elliott's been forcing up his shots, and there's nothing happening. I can see that Bassett's already starting to breathe heavily, but we're still hearing the Chantachon.
And more than his skill, Noel, you're also seeing the development of his body. He's slimmed down a bit, more muscles put on, and that all obviously all works well to the development of his game.
But his exposure here is going to help him a lot.
That's a stop taken by Mono Vampire. Freddie Lish has checked into the game for the first time. Being bothered by Lee Kee. Lish almost losing it. To joining Lee Kee, Tan Chi Han, and Wu Chupan.
Of course, that's where they're going to lose out.
There's that.
Just in time, rather, for this ABL season.
It even seems like he was a bit bigger back when he was playing in the Philippines.
Yes. Lee
Kee, that's his shot. But shots just not falling for Hong Kong in the first quarter.
Well, only 8 points for Hong Kong Eastern, one of the best offensive teams in the league.
And 4 of those, Noel, coming from the free throw line. They're 2 for 14 from the field right now. Sang Tong from downtown. And the misses of Hong Kong, those are the shots that Mono is making. Practically everything.
Yeah, if you're Douglas Marty right now, you're smiling ear to ear because your locals are getting involved early in this game.
Whoa, baseline jumper, and Hong Kong badly needed that one.
You know, Wu Chupan, he stays with the program that he's in with Edu Torres. You know, he can blossom to be one of the better big men in Hong Kong basketball.
Sang Tong underneath. Kick out to Ananti. 3-ball, no good. Battle for the board, great tap. Chantachon, however, that he needed, and maybe some reminders as well.
Well, they know that they have to get the ball out of his hands. He's the only legit point guard on the floor.
Here's Bassett with 7 seconds remaining on the clock.
Oh,
He gets away. Bassett straight to the basket.
that's going to get your confidence. See if those fortunes change.
Well, Hong Kong Eastern in the first quarter could only shoot 4 for 16 from the field, while Mono Vampire was 9 for 18. But the big statistic to Noel is Mono Vampire out-rebounding Hong Kong 14-8.
Well, yeah, Sam DeGuara's got to step it up. They did lose their leading rebound off court as an experiment of sorts here, and that forced a turnover to start the second.
And like we mentioned towards the end of the first, some momentum, some rhythm building up on the side of Hong Kong Eastern. Can they sustain it? Bassett. Well, he is getting comfortable quite quickly.
Well, you know what? The old horns play will work if you really don't know your teammates that well yet. And Bassett just took it strong and scored. He's the leading scorer now with 6 points for Hong Kong.
Sang Tong, the kick out, Freddie Lish. Baseline J, no good. White with the board, up high and no one there to box him out.
And again, Malcolm White can average a double-double in this league despite being an undersized center at about 6'9".
9 points, 5 rebounds for White.
Okay.
Yang now setting up the play for Hong Kong Eastern. Lee Kee, he missed his first attempt from that side.
And you know, Sam DeGuara continues to ride the bench right now for Hong Kong Eastern after picking up 2 fouls in the first. Here is that 2-1-2 press that Edu Torres used so well. Won a championship with this, actually.
Mono trying to stop the momentum that's been swinging towards Hong Kong Eastern. Singletary missing. White couldn't get the basket. Great D for Mono. And now a chance for Hong Kong to get within single digits. Lee Kee, quick trigger. Nothing there. Adam Shu with a big board. Shu misses on that turnaround.
Edu Torres is not going to like that shot selection. They got a full 14 seconds to work with.
Moses Morgan couldn't restore order on the side of Mono. Look at Bassett sprints over their side. Oh, Darian Bassett blocked by Moses Morgan.
And down goes one of our cameramen, too.
Advantage now for Mono. Singletary attacking.
It's a very smart player. He knows what to do now.
And as talented as Elliott is, you don't expect him to finish the first half with just 2 points like what he has right now.
I don't know. So the first half 0 points, and he still went on to win Player of the Game honors.
Oh, Darian Bassett! All scorers with 12 points, and he also has 8 rebounds.
Think about it, he's only been with the team for 4 days. 1 practice.
Adam Shu has been with Hong Kong Eastern for several years and is also rising in terms of his performance and his contributions in the team. Singletary knocks it down from outside.
That's the second 3 of the game, and again, a great find there by Jason Brickman. You got to look for those perimeter defenders. They understand that Hong Kong is playing this expanded zone, but if you can't get there in time, that's going to be an open look all day for Singletary.
Elliott drills a 3-pointer, answers back, trims the deficit down to 13.
It can't be a shootout here for Hong Kong. They got to get something going defensively.
Brickman going to White. Malcolm White getting that semi-hook shot, and look at him just have a ball inside that court.
Yeah, the first time we saw him was a couple of years ago. He didn't have that teardrop a couple of years ago. He's developed, he's expanded his arsenal, and it's reaping dividends right now for Mono.
Bassett really has that in and out dribble on lock. Just like how Marcus Elliott has got that 3-pointer.
I'm telling you, there was one game he was scoreless at the half, ended up with, what, 30-something in the second half? Anything can happen with a former world import MVP.
Brickman couldn't get that layup. Elliott looking to take over for Hong Kong. Look at him. And Marcus Elliott is in work mode.
Think about that. That's 8 straight points for Marcus Elliott here in the second.
Moses Morgan now attacking the middle. Oh, I even thought, I would go as far as saying, I don't think there should have been a foul call.
That's true, that's true.
5.5 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-point lead. for Mono.
Boy, this zone defense is really working for Hong Kong right now.
Singletary upset.
Oh, great pass.
Adam Shu missing. Mono trying to push the basketball. Brickman, Shu in front of him. Morgan leaving it up. Malcolm White missing. Deguara getting that board.
And Singletary was lucky he wasn't tagged for his third foul, trying to get the ball away from the Salmonator.
Marcus Elliott has really brought life back to this Hong Kong Eastern.
Yeah, but they're still down by 10. They want to be ahead at the half. They can do it at the rate they're going.
Lee Kee picks his dribble up. 2 seconds remaining. Deguara. Oh! Beats the shot clock with a very rare jumper.
That was Nowitzki-esque, the way he just made that fall away. Sam Deguara cuts it down to 8.
His 1 foot was about
margin. He sent all his locals in.
What do you think is the logic behind that, Noel?
Yeah, you just want to give your veterans a rest a little bit as well, but you also want to see how your youngsters respond in situations like this. That's a bad fall. That's number Tiro Chantachon. Let's see what he can do with his former teammate.
Hong Kong Eastern within 8. Elliott gets to the rack, and that's now 10. I think 5 out of 14.
And, you know, Mike Singletary hasn't gotten anything inside. Now they're going back to a man-to-man defense. They're really shaking it up. Jason Brickman's got to get everybody involved. However, Jason can't even make a shot.
Lee Kee getting that loose ball. Rushing to the other side. Goes to Elliott. Went for the highlight play. Pass was a bit too up there.
That's how it should be done. That's exactly how it should be done. Get the high percentage shot. You know, highlights, if you make it, it's only 2 points. If you miss it, it's a turnover.
Mono Vampire restoring an 8-point lead. Bassett goes to Deguara. 10 seconds on the shot clock of Hong Kong. Bassett, elbow J is good.
He's getting that stroke already after those 2 layups that he had to open up the second quarter. So we're seeing why they brought O'Darian Bassett in this game, in this team.
That's 8 points.
See Lai in the game for the first time. That's an additional shooter here for Hong Kong Eastern. Now, without Eric Ferguson in the lineup, if this is what their lineup's going to be for the rest of the season, they're going to do a lot of ad-libbing and hope that their shooters click, because this is a very small team, even with the biggest player in the league.
Latulai actually last season played heavy minutes, was the 7th man on that Hong Kong roster. 10 seconds on the shot clock for Brickman and the thighs. Sangtong, ball taken away by Lee Kee. Was foul. Of course, Mono in Thailand. Thank you for joining us. We're bringing you the action from Wan Chai, Hong Kong. Hong Kong Eastern trying to mount this comeback. And they continue to catch fire. Latulai knocking down a 3.
He has been with the Hong Kong national team perhaps the longest among all of the guys here for Hong Kong Eastern, and that's one of the things that is on his resume.
2 minutes and change remaining in the first half. Chantachon couldn't get it over Deguara. Elliott goes to Lee Kee. Pass it to tie the game. Money on the 3!
I remember doing a game when the West Sports Malaysia Dragons were ahead by 18 points at halftime against Hong Kong Eastern, and Hong Kong Eastern won that game. They're not waiting for that second half. They've tied it up already now.
This has been a crazy first half in Brickman. You know, he has that switch, assists mode and scoring mode, and now he has switched it over to scoring.
Well, he needs to do that right now. They're playing zone to stop the entry pass for Sam Deguara, but Sam Deguara is so happy giving out screens and the long court.
Lee Kee, Elliott from downtown, in and out. Would have brought the house down.
Great pass.
What a pass from Brickman, and also an incredible finish from Chantachon.
And they have been together that long. Chantachon didn't even look at the rim when he got to that layup, because the pass was so perfectly placed from Jason Brickman.
Bassett knocked down the free throw line jumper.
He's showing us what his worth. Now I get it. Somebody plays off the ball, somebody brings it down. They take turns, but it's only them who know when those turns are over.
Brickman again from downtown. Back-to-back hits for Jason Brickman.
What Jason Brickman's doing is against probably the second or third best home court crowd in the league. He's silencing them all by himself.
Half a minute remaining. Elliott misses the three. Lee Key decides against his three-pointer. Elliott asking for it. They go to Latsalai. Too strong, but Deguara was there earlier, but Brickman bought some cushion back for Mono Vampire. 6 seconds remaining in the second quarter. To Ton City. To Chet Tachon getting creative, no good. Tan Chi Han, the prayer. Oh! You can watch it through StarHub in Singapore, video in Indonesia, FPT Play in Vietnam, 11 Sports in Taiwan, iCable here in Hong Kong, and RTM HD Sports in Malaysia. If you're online, you can watch it through Monomax and through the Facebook Live and YouTube of the ASEAN Basketball League. Third quarter action has begun. Malcolm White starting it the right way, hitting this baseline jumper over Deguara.
He knows that Sam Deguara's not going to chase him all the way out there for about 18 feet. So good in terms of offense, but the big question for Malcolm White is how is his lateral movement going to be after the hamstring injury in that second quarter?
Bassett with 7 seconds. Posts up for that three-pointer. Too strong, but Chan getting that long rebound.
Oh!
You know, one thing that Bassett has shown in this game is a lot of dribbling moves. He can really get away with those. And look at that.
Well, he can lord it over in terms of that. If it's going to be Darong Panapirong Vilay-Chay taking him on one-on-one. So that's a great decision that time by Bassett to keep the ball to himself.
How do you like this matchup with Chan Chu-Wing guarding Brickman?
That's the only guy who can actually match up against Jason Brickman among the locals. They don't want to spend Marcus Elliott too much guarding one of the best point guards in the league. 17, they were up by 15. More than halfway done in that second quarter with Malcolm White. I don't know if he's going to come back. So without a center, they're going to be hard-pressed to try to match the intensity of Hong Kong.
It's funny because earlier, remember at the top of this coverage, you were talking about Mike Singletary having to do a lot more than usual in their previous game because there was no Chris Charles. And we expected the entrance of Malcolm White to ease up that load. But now White going down with that injury changes a lot again.
You know, he did his job before he got that hamstring injury.
Marcus Elliott being overly aggressive.
But you made that point earlier, you know, that one of the reasons why Hong Kong Eastern was so successful in their first season here in the league is because they had this tandem. Even last season, they had a tandem with Marcus Elliott and Tyler Lamb. Now, that's sort of like mimicking Tyler Lamb. I mean, he's not as big as Tyler Lamb, but he is as quick, and he does have a lot of talents also that he brings to the table for Hong Kong East Player of the Week of this young ASEAN Basketball League season, and brought in somebody who plays guard.
How about Chet Tachon getting that over Deguara? Mono getting in some groove here to start the third period, upping their advantage to 8 points. Bassett.
Well, you know, there was a halftime interview with Edu Torres asking about what Bassett can do in the second half, and Edu Torres said, I don't expect him to save the world. It's still going to be a team effort, and one by the officials.
I agree with you 100%. You can't blow your whistle every single time that two players collide.
Yeah.
Morgan misses. Deguara getting that, sharing laughs.
They were sharing laughs before this game, actually, when they were talking to each other when both teams were trying to warm up already. You know, that has to go away for a few moments. After the game, you can take each other to dinner. And Mike Singletary expects that Sam Deguara is going to treat him tonight after this game. But first, business is at hand.
Deguara,
after the bump, actually brought the ball down before he went for that shot. There was secondary contact coming from Mike Singletary, but if they called it on Ciro Chatachon, that's I don't know how that could have counted.
well, he missed the free throw anyway. That kind of debunks the argument. But Singletary has been really well in the Asian Games recently.
Referee's not going, is not siding with anybody here. They call what they call, they call what they see, and you just gotta adjust to that. You gotta play through it.
And after everything, it's just a 7-point lead for Mono Vampire. Nothing is safe in 1.5 quarters left to play. Chan Chu-Wing missing. Klahan getting that board.
Chanachon Klahan, you know, one of the veterans on this team, has been around as long as the ABL has been around.
Here's Brickman getting away initially. Chantachon, what a move!
Oh, Tirawa Chantachon is showing his stock here today. 12 points in the game for the backup center, and he's doing a yeoman's job in place of Malcolm White.
He's got 12 points. And that really is one of the purposes of the ABL, Noel.
Yes.
You know, allowing the local players to elevate their games by exposing played very well. If you got to identify one thing that they've been doing excellently, what is it?
Jason Brickman. Jason Brickman's been getting everybody involved. Everything that Editorial said at the half, that they're sharing the ball, they're not doing that right now. Jason Brickman is doing that right now for Mono Vampire, and everybody's contributing. How about Chanachon Klahan coming away with the offensive board?
Morgan couldn't get that, though. Here's an opportunity for Hong Kong. Elliott feeding Shu for that lay-in. Oh, turnover for Mono. In the first half, Leaky was a +4.
It just needs one good pick, and he's going to be gone. Chanachon Klahan's a pretty good defender, and there's that pick.
O.D. Bassett swinging that ball around. Elliott by the free throw line, too strong. Singletary getting that board. Mike Singletary rushing to their side, almost losing it, but finding a way to score.
And he had Moses Morgan on the left side, didn't even see him, just used his great talent to get that job done.
Back to a 9-point lead for Mono. Bassett knocking down that three-pointer.
Now, this kid's going to be a star in this league with the way he's opening things right now.
Otarian Bassett now leading Hong Kong Eastern with 19 points. Brickman looking to answer, no good.
I don't know if you noticed, Marcus Elliott hasn't scored yet here in the third. He's still stuck at 12 points. Too busy being the facilitator right now.
Marcus feeding Shu. Adam try to go fancy. Morgan will take it all the way. Bassett not wanting to risk a foul.
Again, that's just Jason Brickman being Jason Brickman. Gave it to Moses Morgan at exactly the right time. Boy, Jason Brickman doesn't have to score to take over a game.
Bassett splitting the defense. Goes to Adam Shu. Leaky now resetting their offense. Ball was tapped.
Being deep right now for Editorial as a member of the third unit, seeing action when they're down by 8 points.
2 seconds remaining. Bassett posts up. Not getting it. DeGuara too tall and too skilled as well.
Sam DeGuara just has to stand around the rim, pick cherries all day. And he cuts the lead down to 6 again.
Hong Kong not allowing Mono to completely break the game open. Malcolm White. DeGuara is supposed to be able to completely dominate the game. But what happened to the story advantage?
Now, if you're Hong Kong Eastern, you know, it's okay where you are right now, being down by 8, just as long as you execute and execute well, because there's still a fourth quarter to play anyway.
Lam missing from outside. Singletary getting it again. Boy, Mike Singletary has been so difficult to stop.
As their stretch four. Now it's going to be Chun who's going to be playing the stretch four right now. Let's see if he can get that done. We have not seen Woo Chuk Pan come in. I think he's going to serve as a primary backup now of Sam DeGuara with, 4 fouls on Tang Chi Hang.
And the reason why Hong Kong Eastern was able to get back in the second quarter was because of the eruption of Marcus Elliott. That 3 is madly appreciated.
That's also the first field goal of Marcus Elliott here in the second half.
Lam running out of space. Leaky, back-to-back threes. The calls that had been whistled. But the story of this game, back in the first quarter, Hong Kong was left behind by 17 points. They went back and tied the game. In the third quarter, Mono established a double-digit advantage again. And now it's down to 4 once more.
Well, the power of the three-point shooting is helping Hong Kong Eastern once again. But Mike Singletary is trying his best. Oh, there's Sam now.
That was a block from DeGuara. He's had enough of his former teammates. Oh, Brickman, however, getting the steal.
Again, if you're 7'5", why become 5'5"? Easy pickings for Jason Brickman.
And Singletary just muscling his way in against Elliott. Back to a 6-point lead for Mono. Bassett, can he take charge again? Elliott, cross nearer. Jumper too strong. Looking to get his own board.
Start the game, and during the halftime break, it's still not dropping for him right now. Only 15 points for Marcus Elliott, and he's shooting atrociously in this game.
Elliott, he had his best quarter in the second, but has been struggling quite a bit here in the second half. Mono doing a good job of just maintaining the advantage here. Not the best shot for Bassett. There was zero rebounders from Hong Kong Eastern.
And they had a lot of time on the shot clock as well.
Brickman, as always, facilitating, finding Lish, corner three. No good, Singletary.
You can't give up the ball for dead the moment it goes over the backboard. It didn't hit the cold support, so that was still a live ball. Great heads-up play by Mike Singletary to realize that.
That's 13 points now for Singletary in the third quarter alone. Total of 25. 8 seconds remaining. Lish in front of Elliott. The switch puts Chantachon. Elliott streaking to the basket, no good. Neguara, the putback is...
You know what? They've never led. We're talking about Hong Kong Eastern. They tied it at 39. That's the last time they got that close. And they threatened to come close again in the third, but they were down by 4. This is a good start for them here by getting a steal to begin the final period.
Malcolm White back on the floor for Mono Vampire. He's got to be careful, though, not to aggravate that injury.
Yeah, on offense, he's okay, but when he has to do laterals on defense, that's the last time he pulled that hamstring.
Look at him, a bit off speed.
Oh,
Freddie Lish looking for a foul there, none whistled. Elliott to Lam. Ross nearer, kick out to Lee Key. Nowhere on that three-pointer.
but you can't expect everything to fall for Lee Key.
Mono trying to slow down the pace of this game. And that's
Contain Jason Brickman might be a good idea right now for Edu Torres.
And now Yang orchestrating the offense. And that's going to be a kick.
Breaking up so many plays. He's had a couple of steals in that third quarter. So he is doing his job on both ends of the floor. Oh, great steal.
Looking to attack. Shoots that over Malcolm White. Misses. Brickman goes to White. Finishes that layup. And there it is again. Hurt.
He's a trooper.
Yeah.
You need to back down and say, I can't do this anymore, coach.
You know, honestly, I don't know. This is not verified information, but I have a strong feeling it's not really Doug Marty putting him in. It's Malcolm White asking that, coach, I want to play.
Yeah, but Doug Marty.
A subpar outing for him, just shooting 6 for 15 from the field. However, Hong Kong Eastern not completely out of this yet. Just down by 9.
Yeah, but doesn't look like Jason Brickman's gonna take any rest anytime soon.
Singletary had an incredible third quarter, but comes out short on that 3. Elliott looking to do damage. Shoots over Brickman and may have...
Instead settles for a contested 3. I mean, there's no such thing as a 9-point shot in basketball.
Morgan going inside.
That he can also be a contributor for Mono Vampire.
Just 5 points for Morgan on 2 for 6 shooting. Here's Brickman, he's got 11 assists, looking to add more. Singletary attacking too strong. On the second try, still no good. And Wu getting that board.
Well, Wu Chuk Pan has his number.
Elliott straight to the basket, defying the defense of Mono Vampire.
Marcus Elliott wants the ball in his hands right now. Referees are going to call that. They've been very consistent with those blocking fouls today.
Here's Brickman again. Morgan will take the 3. A miss for Moses. Wu another board. Here comes Hong Kong Eastern. A 3 from Ricky Yang. Quick trigger there. Nothing to.
That call that all the time. The way they've been calling it, very consistent.
Brickman once again calling the shots. Goes to Morgan. Moses trying to go to the middle. And that is...
The ASEAN Basketball League has done just that.
You know, I was just about to bring that up, that the league, as you see Elliott getting stopped there, he will try again, not to be denied. Marcus Elliott
Marcus Elliott, make no mistake about it, he's 6'2", 6'3", so he knows exactly how to use his height and timing against this mono defense.
Singletary.
Malcolm White's back on the bench.
7 seconds left for Mono Vampire. Lee Key with a big steal. Lee Key for three. That goes in.
Even limping, even before it's inbounded. He's getting my respect today for sure, but it could be a little bit of brash on his part to try and play through this hamstring injury.
And even just as he entered the court, you see him already with the limp back.
Exactly, and Douglas Marty's giving him every break, but at the same time, will you be helpful or will you be a detriment to your team? This lead is only 2 points.
Elliott goes to Wu. Makes Malcolm defend that jumper. Knocks it down too.
Lee Key, Wu Chuk Pan. Everybody among the locals starting to become contributors here.
White, the hook shot, doesn't bounce in. Glahan couldn't get it. A chance for Hong Kong to take the lead for the first time. Leaky hesitated. Pass was deflected.
The fourth, but he's broken up enough plays.
Bassett, Glahan on him. Bassett, too strong off the glass. Now it's Singletary looking to attack. Mike Singletary
right now, Judd.
The Mono Vampire holding on to this 2-point lead thanks to those free throws from Singletary. Bassett getting away. Bassett to the basket.
See that? Malcolm White couldn't even keep up with the first crossover. Tried to catch him, and he's lucky he wasn't tagged with a foul.
Apiron Villechan almost losing it. Singletary being trapped. Ball taken away by Hong Kong.
Oh, now Wu Chuk Pan
like
goes down.
A player is down. Wu Chuk Pan is hurting. Latulai to Lee Key. Lee Key for the lead. No.
It's a hamstring pull.
I think it's already pixie dust that they're sprinkling over
He's got to go to his happy place right now.
Lee Key with another steal. Uh-oh, Lee Key!
That's the first lead of the game for Hong Kong Eastern. Down 17 points, and now they're on top.
12 points for Lee Key. Malcolm White gets it back with his own three.
Wow. Didn't see that one coming from Malcolm White.
Normally he would overshoot it, but the lip
that was a line drive.
It down a bit.
Right.
Bassett, Deguara setting the pick. O'Darian Bassett. Three ball is good.
Boy, this feels familiar.
Game.
I remember there was a time, Judd, when the Singapore Slingers were in this building. It was Wong Wei Long against Lee.
Pointers from Lee Key.
Right now, it's three-pointers going to win this game. Whoever shoots better from the outside at the rate things are going.
Hong Kong has not led until this fourth quarter. And yet, another three-pointer this time from Jason Brickman.
That's 4 three-pointers exchanged now by both teams.
I bet it's going to be another three here, but that one not made. Singletary almost traveling. Brickman, too strong. After exchanging makes, the exchange misses. Bassett, pull-up jumper, that's good.
Yeah, and he's gonna put that last shot that just sat there. I don't know if we're gonna have something like that today, but this feels very familiar.
Absolutely, it is a great and the right way to start 2019 for the ABL. Apiron Villechan. Oh, Mono Vampire though, they leave White open. Malcolm White comes up short this time, but the rebound for Morgan. White asking for it. Brickman, the floater over the Deguara, no good. Bassett getting the rebound. 2-point lead for Hong Kong Eastern. How about that play? Are you kidding me? O'Darian Bassett bringing some magic here in Hong Kong.
Well, you know, you want to talk about the grades that we're going to give the new players? Looks like O'Darian Bassett is a keeper. Malcolm White as well.
looks in Patterson's his game after Kemba Walker, but that had a lot of Allen Iverson in
Oh,
it.
you're right. You're absolutely right. How about a game-high 28 points for the newcomer?
In his very first game in the ABL. He has more. Here he is, Bassett. The pull-up. Couldn't get that time. Deguara out to Chan Shu Wing.
Good patience.
Elliott getting away. Hanging in the air. Extends the Hong Kong lead to 7. And
Edu Torres, they said they're going to win this as a team. That Bassett is not going to save the world. Somehow, he is right and he is wrong. Bassett is saving them on offense, but it's a team effort on defense right now for Hong Kong Eastern.
Bassett too strong, and Deguara. Only a minute and 12 remaining. As expected, ball in the hands of Singletary. Mike Singo, it's a goaltend.
Yeah, they don't listen.
That should have been a goaltend because Deguara tapped the ring or the net at least. Bassett wasting precious time. Singletary in front of him.
Oh.
The hesitation, Bassett to Leakey. Leakey! Money on the three!
Mono's out of timeouts right now. Boy, Hong Kong is just doing everything.
The block from
Right.
Elliott. All sorts of crazy written all over it.
Still not over. That's just a great debut for me.
Absolutely. The same to be said with Odarian Bassett. Look at him sliding and slithering through the D. Just avoiding getting fouled. Elliott will be is the right thing to do. Try to protect that injury now. Brickman looking for Singletary. Will take the three. Will come up short. Leakey with a rebound. And Single
Turned out by Marcus Elliott and Tyler Lamb.
Absolutely. 8 seconds remaining. Singletary will miss. Mono Vampire will get a three-pointer. Oh, Moses Morgan was able to contribute too little too late in this game, but it trims the deficit down to 7 points.